Je ne sais pas. Les glaciers recule toujours.
This is a monster, and it's coming. Walked through the house a few times, putting things up.
Franny Armstrong is the director. She did the McLibel film, and back in 2002 she had the idea to make a film based on the structure of Traffic, so complex interweaving narratives about oil, war and climate change. And she wanted to do that to try and make a film that doesn't tell you what to think, but shows you a very complex issue, as Traffic does with the issue of drugs. Then Pete Postlethwaite was number one of who we could possibly hope to get to star in our film, but he's totally out of our league. I mean, we're independent, political, documentary filmmakers, and he's a complete A-list Hollywood, Spielberg says he's the best actor in the world. But we Googled him, Pete Postlethwaite and the word climate change, and there was an article in his local paper that said that he was trying to put up a wind turbine on his house, in his property, and the last sentence Pete said, it's everybody's duty, every single person's duty to do everything they can to avert climate change. So when we read that, we knew that we had a chance of getting Pete Postlethwaite to star in the film. We finished the film late last year, and we had our UK premiere March 15th of this year. It was the world's largest ever simultaneous premiere. We had 65 simultaneous screenings across the UK, and the hub was a solar-powered cinema tent in the middle of London, and it only had 1% of the carbon emissions of a typical Hollywood-style premiere. And then we went on to have the biggest opening weekend figures of any film in the UK, beating Julia Roberts and Duplicity and other mainstream films like that. America is the big place for us to try and have an impact. We haven't sold to America, but what we've decided to do is a one-day only theatrical run. Because as a filmmaker you put a lot of time and effort into your theatrical run, and we've realised from our UK experience that the one-day only event is, it's a lot less work, and you can get just as much bums on seats, just as much press coverage. So we're going for that, and we're having 450 simultaneous screenings across America, across cinemas. It'll be 120,000 people seeing the film, and then we'll go straight to our independent screenings model. We've launched a website and we've written bespoke software where anybody, it's only available in the UK now, but the software is there. Anybody can screen the film anytime they like, there's no middleman. You go on our website, you enter in your group, and it works out your license fee, and you have the film for 1 week, you can screen it and then you send it back. Now the clever thing is, it works out your license fee on a sliding scale. So if you're Shell, that will be £10,000, thank you very much. Or if you're Greenpeace, a local Greenpeace group, that will be more like £50. And the great thing is, you can keep the profit. So you can hold a screening, you can charge for tickets, and you can keep the profits. If you do want to cut your own personal emissions, the easiest way to do it as an individual is cut out flying or reduce it as much as possible. The next easiest thing to do is switch your electricity to a green supplier at your house, at your work. And then another thing that you can do that's easy is eat vegetarian more often, eat less meat. And the third thing we always say to this, get political, cut your own emissions where you can and cut your community emissions. And thirdly, talk about it. This is possibly the greatest threat facing humanity, and everyone's too scared and too guilty or embarrassed to talk to their friends about it. You have to talk to your friends about what's happening, what changes you're making, so it becomes, part of the cultural discourse. Hello, my name is Lizzie Gillett. I'm the producer of the film The Age of Stupid, a climate change documentary starring Pete Postlethwaite. We've had a screening tonight at Cannes in a Van, and it's absolutely magic to have your film screening on La Croisette. It may not be the red carpet, but it's open access. It's about alternative distribution, getting as many people as possible to see your film, and not excluding people. There's no in club. Anybody can come down to Cannes in a Van and watch the films. It's really inspiring to see the Cannes in a Van team. They've just headed over here from London and set up their own fringe festival, effectively. And we had a very interesting Q&A afterwards with people from all around the world who managed to see the film here.